The Consciousness Cage. Chapter 1. The Outbreak, London, Autumn 2024. An unprecedented virus swept across the globe. Unlike the mindless zombies in movies, this virus was far more cruel, yet preserved them. Infected persons' consciousness was stripped away their control over their own body. The infected could feel every movement, every action, but were powerless to stop themselves from biting, killing and even devouring others. Scientists named it the Consciousness Cage virus CCV. Chapter R. Emma's Nightmare. Emma Wilson was a nurse at a London hospital when the outbreak began. She was on night duty when a patient suddenly went berserk, biting a doctor. Emma and her colleagues tried to contain the situation, but chaos quickly engulfed the hospital. 3 days later, Emma realized she was infected. She remembered it vividly. Her fingers began to twitch uncontrollably, and then her legs moved on their own, carrying her toward the patient at the end of the hallway. Her mind was fully aware. She could feel her teeth sinking into the patient's skin, but she couldn't stop herself. "No, stop, please stop," she screamed in her mind, but her body wouldn't listen. Chapter 3. The Trapped Soul. Emma's body became a mindless husk, but her consciousness was trapped in a transparent cage. She could feel every movement of her muscles, hear the guttural growl from her throat, and even smell the metallic tongue of blood in the air. The worst part was that she couldn't close her eyes. Her senses were fully functional, but she had no control over them. She watched as her hands tore open Ocul's backpack, pulling out snacks and shoving them into her mouth. Her stomach could no longer digest food, and the contents piled up in her throat until she vomited them out. "Kill me, ... she begged silently, but no one could hear her. Chapter 4. The Survivor's Struggle. Meanwhile, Emma's boyfriend, Jack, and a group of survivors were hiding in an abandoned subway station. Jack was a programmer, and since the outbreak, he had been searching for Emma. "We have to find her," Jack told the survivor group. "She might still be alive. Her consciousness might still be there." "Are you insane, Sarah?" the group's leader shot back. "The infected aren't human anymore. Their consciousness is just trapped. There's no way to bring them back." Jack fell silent. He knew Sarah was right, but he couldn't give up on Emma. Chapter 5. Emma's Rebellion. One day, Emma's body stumbled into a supermarket. Her consciousness noticed an open bottle of sleeping pills on a shelf. Her body had no interest in the pills, but Emma's mind sparked with hope. "If I can just reach that bottle, ... double quad," she thought. She began trying to regain control, though her consciousness couldn't directly command her muscles. She discovered that if she focused intensely, her body would pause briefly. Once, twice, 3 times, her body stopped in front of the shelf. Emma seized the moment, straining to reach the bottle. Her fingers trembled as they closed around it. "Jack, I'm sorry," she thought, then smashed the bottle on the ground. Shards of glass and pills scattered across the floor. Her body instinctively crashed down, picking up the shards and shoving them into her mouth. Emma's consciousness felt the searing pain as her throat was cut, but she smiled. It was the first time she felt a glimmer of hope for freedom. Chapter 6: The Final Goodbye. Jack eventually found Emma. Her body lay on the supermarket floor, her torch lit by the glass shards, her nurse's uniform stained with blood. Emma . Jack knelt beside her, tears blurring his vision. Emma's eyes were open, but they were no longer empty. Her lips twitched slightly, as if trying to speak. "I love you . She managed to whisper with her last breath. Jack froze. He realized that Emma's conscious Ness had never disappeared. She had been fighting until the very end.